Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode, I titled the video, Don't Miss Out. The reason for that is because there's a lot of things developing in the market, which I'm going to go through in this video, that I believe that Bitcoin could break out a lot sooner than people think. So if you're excited for this, please go down, smash up the like button, and let's get into today's video. But before we get into it, I just have to make it clear, whatever I say in this video should not be considered financial advice, and I advise you to do your own research before you buy any cryptocurrency. So here we have the Bitcoin price, and yes, it's still in this downwards channel. But as you can see here, we did get some nice price action today from Bitcoin, and the price now is above the 200-day moving average. And as you can see here, it's currently fighting with the bull market support band. So if we drop down into the lower term time frame, so let's go into the 4-hour chart. So as you can see here, Bitcoin has been fighting at this 61.7k resistance. So as you can see here, it got rejected here, here, and here. But we did see some nice bouncing here off the 58k level. So here, 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 and here as well. So you know what they say, resistance is like a pane of glass. The more times you tap it, eventually you will break through. So moving forward, I would like Bitcoin to maybe come down, retest this trend line here before we can just move up to the upside again. But we'll have to pay close attention to that because this is going to be a very volatile week. We do have Jerome Powell speaking on Friday, so I do suspect lots of volatility coming into the weekend. Now, I did come across this chart on Twitter earlier today. So it's basically just a brief overview of Bitcoin. So this is going back, it's on the daily chart, and it's just showing you that every time there was a bull flag, it broke out, and then when you have the rising wedge, it broke down. So if you just go through it, it's just nice to lay your eyes on it and just. So it's just a very simple textbook technical analysis. Basically, a bull flag is normally a bullish pattern, and a rising wedge is a bearish pattern. But obviously, this is not going to work out 100% all of the time. But as you can see here in the chart, it is pretty straightforward. So we currently are in this bull flag. So just going back to the Bitcoin price. So also just to take note, if this is the local high and this is the local low, we actually are, the 61.7 is pretty much the mid-range. So I'm not going to get any more bullish until we break through this level. And then again, break past the bull market support band. So we'd have to get above the 64.5k level, and then I assume we're off to the races. I do think then we will test this 70k level. Okay, so we did get the jobs revision. It came in today, so you can just see this from this tweet here. Current situation. So US job additions revised lower by 818,000. So this has been the largest revision since 2009, which is pretty huge. The US employment rate is up by 4.3%, highest since 2021. 5 out of the last 6 job reports have been revised lower. A record number of Americans are now working multiple jobs. The US dollar has lost 25% of its purchasing power in 4 years. 11% of credit card balances in the US are now delinquent, the highest in over a decade. How is this a soft landing? So obviously you can see from this tweet, the economy in the States is not doing too well. Now, I know the Federal Reserve, they like to cook the books and they want to make it look like the economy is doing great, especially in an election year. But now the cracks are really starting to show, and the Federal Reserve have no other options other than to cut rates. So I did write this tweet earlier on this morning. Looks like the Fed is teeing up a rate cut next month. So the summary of the federal meeting minutes came out this morning. So majority of the Fed members believe it is appropriate to lower rates at the next meeting if data comes in constructive. Recent data has enhanced confidence over inflation. Several participants considered 25 basis points rate cut in July. So they're kind of teeing up maybe a 50 basis point cut maybe next month. So several participants consider a 25 basis point cut rate in July. Majority of participants said unemployment risks are rising. Outlook of economic growth in second half of 2024 was marked down. Easing too late could unduly weaken the economy. The first rate cut since 2020 is coming next month. So yes, they made it very clear today that the Fed is definitely going to cut rates next month. Now it is, in my opinion, they probably will have to cut more than what people expect. So a lot of people are just expecting maybe a 25 basis point rate cut, but in my opinion, they'll probably cut maybe 50 basis points. And just a quick look at the stock market. So the stock market, as you can see, the S&P 500 is nearly back above all-time highs again. Back maybe at the start of August, everyone thought it was all doom and gloom. No one actually did see this V-shaped recovery be possible. But here we are, it's just knocking on the door of all-time highs. So again, just going back to the title of this video, I know the last couple of months, the last 6 months have been very, very boring. The market has just been very choppy, but this is what the market does. It's designed to chop you out, to make you capitulate, to sell your coins at the worst possible time. So in my opinion, that I don't think we have much more to go. I do think that once we see some rate cuts, I do think cryptocurrencies are positioned to do very, very well. So just hold tight. If you've made it this far, give yourself a clap in the back. This is probably another reason why we did see some nice price action today from Bitcoin. So Trump surges to 5% lead over Harris in the polls. He's back on top, bullish for Bitcoin. So as you can see here, he's on Polymarket. He is really coming in at 52%, while Harris is at 47%. Now I know the reason for this. So the reason for this is breaking. RFK Jr. plans to officially endorse Trump for president. RFK Jr. is reportedly planning to drop out of the presidential race by the end of this week and officially endorse Trump for president. Kennedy's campaign announced that he will address the nation on Friday in Arizona. Overall, this is actually very, very bullish for Trump. Now, I'm not an American citizen, but if I was living there and I was a citizen, I would vote for RFK Jr. I do believe that he is probably the best out of the lot what they have. I do believe he's much better than Harris, and I just prefer him as a person over Trump. But I still do believe that Trump will be very, very good for the crypto space. I don't think Kamala's intentions for crypto are very clear yet, but we did see today that Kamala Harris to back measures to help grow Bitcoin and digital assets in the USA. In my opinion, she's only come out with these tweets just to grab votes. That's all what it is. It's just all games. And as you can see from the polls, like they are neck and neck. So no one really knows until November what the situation is going to play out. This was the tweet from yesterday. Kamala Harris backs President Biden's 44.6% capital gains tax proposal, the highest in history. The proposal also includes a 25% on unrealized gains for high net worth individuals. Now, this is absolutely ridiculous. So to tax unrealized gains, so that means if you hold Bitcoin, say if you bought it at 60,000 and it went to 100,000, but if you never sold it, that means then in the next following tax year, you'll have to pay tax on that $100,000 Bitcoin which you never sold. So like I said at the start of the video, this week is going to be extra volatile. So we did see a nice pump from Bitcoin today, and hopefully it is the start of a nice run. But like I said, expect volatility. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin just chops down again tomorrow and then maybe back up on Friday. So the Federal Reserve Jackson Hole's retreat starts this week, setting the stage for a rate cut. Fed Chair Jerome Powell expecting to signal coming interest rate cut. Basically, from what I've heard and rumors, I do believe that Jerome Powell is going to come out and be a lot more dovish for the markets. So I do believe that this will be very good for markets moving forward. You know, a lot of people, when they talk about, oh, when we get a rate cut, this normally dumps the markets. But yes, in theory, maybe initially there might be a major sell-off. That's just to big, massive hedge funds reorganizing their positions. Because when you have a change in monetary policy, so when money becomes cheaper, obviously the hedge funds will want to allocate their capital in different places to associate for the change in monetary policy. But in my opinion, I do think that stocks and cryptocurrency will do very, very well in an interest rate cut environment. So if you watched my previous video, I told you the trade that I was getting into. So I was telling you that I was getting into FTM. Now I did buy a big spot bag of FTM. I was waiting for lower prices to put it on a long. I was hoping it to come back into this golden pocket, which it never did. It did have a very nice volume and lots of buy pressure coming in. It did put in a nice pump today, so it moved up. So it was up over 14%. So I did take out my first TP here, and I'm leaving 80% to ride higher. So I did cut 20% of the trade, because I do feel that tomorrow might be very, very volatile. I do believe that Bitcoin might make one quick wick down to the downside. So I might bring this, it might bring FTM with it. So in that sense, I did cut 20%, but I'm happy to just leave the rest and see how it goes. On other news, we do have Tron meme coins going absolutely crazy. So Justin Sun is the CEO of the Tron blockchain, and if you haven't noticed, but this week there has been loads of meme coins launching on Tron, and he is absolutely shilling every single one of them. I don't trust this guy at all, and I'm not taking any part in the Tron meme coin cycle. If you are, just a big warning, just be wide. I do believe that you will end up being exit liquidity. So I just thought this tweet was funny here from Grey BTC. If you think Solana rugs are Max Payne, wait until you see the bloodbath on Tron. Justin Sun is the guy you're trading against. Good luck with the meme coins on Tron. So yes, I just do believe that this is not going to end well. Now, if you were making money on the meme coins, I do take some profits off the table. Pay yourself first, because I don't see this one lasting too long. So there you have it, folks. That is the video. So if you got value out of this one, please consider smashing up the like button. It's a great and free way to support the channel, and I will see you in the next video.